फीचर्स के मामले में भी Fronx is loaded with all the modern day features and it doesn't disappoint you at all with the Fronx, and I think that's thanks to the smart hybrid technology. आपके पास side support भी काफ़ी अच्छा है, so when you're cornering the car at that time, it holds you in your position. It can handle just soft off-roading. In fact, all black cabin होती वो ज़्यादा sporty लगती. The Maruti Suzuki Fronx has been a part of our long-term fleet for the last 1 month और पिछले 1 महीने में I have driven it for over 1000 kilometers, and in this video I'm going to talk about the 5 things I love about this Fronx and 5 things that annoy me a bit and should be improved. And here comes the exciting news. Park Plus Petrol League or PPL is live, and this time it's your chance to win big. Last year 20 lakh people won petrol worth rupees 50 crore, and this time we have bigger prizes including a mega bumper prize. So if you haven't downloaded the Park Plus app yet, go ahead and do that straight away because this time you can be the lucky winner. While the Fronx looks sporty and premium on the outside, on the inside the cabin offers good space, comfort and practicality. अगर सीट की ही बात करें then very well bolstered and very well cushioned, not too soft, not overly firm, and on the longer commute or when I am spending long hours in the city traffic, I am very comfortable on these seats. Under thigh support भी अच्छा मिलता है. आपके पास साइड सपोर्ट भी काफ़ी अच्छा है, सो व्हेन यू आर कॉर्नरिंग द कार एट दैट टाइम इट होल्ड्स यू इन योर पोजीशन. एंड अगेन, as far as I am munching miles and I am spending long hours, it is very convenient for me, and this seat obviously comes with height adjustable feature as well. So finding a driving position or finding your desired driving position is not an issue at all. And at the same time, at the rear, I have more than ample knee room and leg room. The front seat is set at my position. अगर मैं आगे बैठा होता तो मैं बहुत comfortably इस सीट पे बैठा होता, and despite that I don't have any complaint with the knee room and leg room, and I am at a comfortable position. पीछे की सीट भी comfortable है, cushioning is good, and while 2 people will be sitting quite comfortably, 3 जनों के लिए थोड़ी सी स्क्वीज होगी, बट स्टिल इट इज़ मैनेजेबल, एंड दैट इज़ वेरी इम्प्रेसिव. फीचर्स में आपको रियर एसी वेंट्स, 2 टाइप सी चार्जिंग पोर्ट्स मिल जाता है, छोटा सा सामान रखने के लिए जगह मिल जाता है, बट इट मिसेज आउट ऑन अ प्रॉपर आर्म रेस्ट हियर. अगेन, नॉट अ बिग इशू. दैट सेड, practicality में भी it scores quite well because 308 liters of boot space you have in this car, which is adequate for storing luggage for around 3 people, because आप 2 suitcase and few duffel bags आराम से fit कर सकते हैं. And even at the front, the storage space is quite good. Like wireless charger pad के ऊपर you can easily store a couple of phones. Like एक फ़ोन तो आप रखते ही हैं जब आप wirelessly charge कर रहे होते हो, and you can stack another phone as well. There is enough space. A good sized cup holders, so 2 cup holders मिल जाते हैं, and a nice small recess to keep my wallet here. आपके पास armrest से भी एक decent storage space मिल जाता है यहाँ पर. So again, in terms of practicality, it scores quite well, and only if I have to nitpick, bottle holder की size थोड़ी सी बड़ी हो सकती थी. Other than that, in terms of comfort, space and practicality, the cabin scores quite well. फीचर्स के मामले में भी Fronx is loaded with all the modern day features and it doesn't disappoint you at all. Now you have a 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Nice graphics, feels premium as well. Wireless charger आपको मिल जाता है. You have USB charging point here, 12 volt charging socket. Type C charging point आपको सामने नहीं मिलता. That could have been an addition. You have auto dimming IRVM. ये जो rear view mirror है ये auto dimming है. Then you have steering adjustment for reach, again जैसा बताया था, height adjustable seat and auto climate control. You also have ambient lighting at the front here. So yes, in terms of features, I think you cannot complain. Now कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि उन्हें sunroof चाहिए होता, that has got the fancy these days, but honestly I don't miss having a sunroof. So in terms of features, I am not complaining. You also have this head-up display, which I am not a big fan of, but still few people like that. And then what I have really liked is the performance of the Fronx. अब जब हमने इसकी detailed review की थी, which by the way is live on the Park Plus app and on the YouTube channel, so go and check it out there as well. काफ़ी detail में बता रखा है. So उसमें ही बोला था that it is quite fun behind the wheel, and obviously even in the city I have the same opinion, because in terms of performance it feels quite peppy. And the engine, the 1-liter booster jet turbo petrol engine, belts out 99 brake horsepower and 148 Newton meters of peak torque. Now, the part that I love about this engine is that it is quite smooth, which generally hasn't been the case with small turbo petrol engines, because जो बाकी इसके competitors के turbo petrol engine है, वहाँ पर whenever you downshift or whenever that turbo kicks in, you feel a sudden jerk there. यहाँ पर that has been evened out quite well, and there's no head knot as such वहाँ पर, so it feels very comfortable. And when you want performance, it delivers. But what I love more than that is that it still brings a very good balance between fuel economy and performance. Now highway fuel economy अभी मैंने टेस्ट नहीं की है. ARAI claims 20.01 kilometers per liter, but in the city I have easily been getting 15.5 kilometers per liter, which by the way is frugal for a turbo petrol engine, because in other turbo petrol engines, for us to get over 12 kilometers per liter in the city and just normally as we are driving has been a challenge. With the Fronx, and I think that's thanks to the smart hybrid technology, it has been a breeze. Yes, even when I'm pushing it harder, I think I still get around 13-14 kilometers per liter, so I'm satisfied with that fuel economy. And performance may be good mid-range, so the best part is that the turning radius and the dimensions of the car favor its city drivability. So whenever I want to navigate through the traffic or I want to just make a quick move, it comes very handy. The compact dimensions really help, and on the inside it still feels spacious. And then I want to particularly speak about ride quality and handling, and specifically about ride quality because the suspension setup is spot on for Indian road conditions. It soaks up bumps, potholes, speed breakers like anything, and even lower speed ride quality or higher speed ride quality, दोनों काफ़ी अच्छी हैं. So at lower speed, you don't feel those thuds sharply, and even at higher speeds it soaks all the undulation. So I really don't need to slow down too much whenever I'm going over rough surfaces. And I think that the bigger wheel size, the 16-inch wheels, really come handy there and really help there to improve its ride quality, because profile bhi अच्छा है and it soaks up all those bumps easily. और handling की बात करें, then as far as you are maintaining reasonable speeds, it is not going to bother you as well. Whenever you are around a corner like the one I am approaching, or around a roundabout or something, it's very easily maneuverable, and body rolls are not going to bother you as far as you're maintaining decent double-digit speed. So like I right now am around 70-75 kilometers per hour, and just see, easily manageable. The steering feedback too is quite adequate as far as you're doing double-digit speeds. In the city it's fluidic, it's light at lower speeds, and has ample weight whenever I'm doing like around 80 kilometers per hour. But yes, the moment you get to that triple digit mark, it gets stiffer, and that is slightly on the artificial side. So उस चीज़ में थोड़ा एक improvement हो सकता था, but again that is not something which will bother you, just that it could have been a bit more fluidic even at higher speed. And last but not the least, ground clearance. 190 millimeters of ground clearance, so it can easily tackle all the bad roads, all the rough surfaces, and even when you face a slight off-road section, so to say. Now this is a front wheel drive car, I'm not debating that, but yes, because it is lighter on its feet, it has got bigger wheels as well, it can handle just soft off-roading. So yes, in that terms as well, it is quite capable. 190 millimeters of ground clearance really helps. And let's begin with things that annoy me and should be improved. सबसे पहली चीज, you hear that turn indicator buzzer. Now this is so loud and so annoying that honestly इसे थोड़ा सा और soft करना चाहिए था, because in the city when I'm frequently changing lanes, when I'm turning the cars frequently, this really irks me off. Now the design of the dashboard is nice, but there are a few flaws that you will find when you will be driving the car over a longer duration. For instance, the overall height of the dashboard ये थोड़ी सी lower होनी चाहिए थी, because that would have helped me to get good visibility out from the windscreen. Now I can increase the height of the seat and get a proper view, but the problem is that ये जो windscreen भी है ये थोड़ी सी छोटी है, so the upper section will be blocking my view to an extent. The very simple way to do that was to just reduce or to just lower the height slightly of the dashboard, and that could have solved the problem. Honestly, इस HUD के कारण भी थोड़ा सा intrude वहाँ पर होता है, and I really don't like this feature because I have all the information on the dials here, and really मुझे HUD में कुछ अलग से देखने की ज़रूरत पड़ती है नहीं, and only this blocks my vision. So for me this is best kept off. उसके बाद जो आखिरी फ्लॉ मुझे यहाँ पर लगता है is that the central console is slightly inclined towards the passenger, towards the co-driver. Now I really don't know why is that, because when I am driving I would have liked it to be slightly inclined towards me so that it would have been easy for me to operate, though it helps in a way that screen पे glares कम आते हैं. Now the next thing that I find very weird is, as you can see, seat belts हमने buckle up कर रखे हैं, जबकि पिछली सीट पे कोई बैठा भी नहीं है. That's because there's no load sensor in the seat, and the buzzer keeps on going as soon as you start driving because it just can't sense anything, और उसे लगता है कि पीछे की सीट बेल्ट लगानी चाहिए. Now obviously if anyone is on the seat, you should always buckle up because again this is your primary safety feature. But अगर कोई पीछे बैठा ही नहीं है, then why do you want to keep this buckled up? This is something where Maruti should not have gone for cost cutting. Now I like the design and layout of the cabin, but what just doesn't work for me is the dual tone color theme, the maroon and black bit. In fact, all black cabin होती वो ज़्यादा sporty लगती. Black bit पे आपको plastic में shoe नहीं लगेगा, but this maroon surface looks a bit flimsy and actually a bit old school and dated. I think all black treatment should have gone really well, and अगर मेरे पास option होगी aftermarket में, then I would have liked to update this theme. And finally, the thing that should be improved is the gearbox. Yes, the 5-speed manual transmission. Now Maruti should really be working on a 6-speed manual transmission, because given the sporty character of the engine, the gearbox doesn't suffice that much. So a 6-speed manual transmission would have delivered really better, helping me to get the most out of that rev band. And even when I'm at the topmost gear, on the 5th gear, and when I'm on an open section of road, or whenever I'm on the highway, I really feel the need of a 6th gear there, because at times I feel the engine running out of its breath, and a 6th gear would really have helped me cruise better. So that was my experience with the Maruti Suzuki Fronx in the last 1 month. अगर आप भी Fronx own करते हैं, then do share your experience in the comments below. And if you're planning to buy one, do let us know what else do you want to know, because the car will remain for me for a few days, and we are going to do a proper fuel run and highway run of the Fronx as well, which will come in our next long-term report. And yes, don't forget to download the Park Plus app and win exciting prizes in the upcoming PPL season. I'm Shubham Parashar, and I'll see you in the next video.